Do you ever feel like your to-do list is running you instead of you running it? Or maybe like you're just not getting things done at work? Or perhaps since you've become a manager, you've got more on your plate and you feel like it's taking you a lot longer than it should to get it done. Well, what if I told you there's actually a super simple way to own your day and get more done in less time? Today, I'm going to show you how to do just that. Now, my tool of choice is the Google Calendar, but I honestly feel like any digital calendar will likely work. As managers, it's easy to get overwhelmed by our to-do lists, the constant meetings, and the ongoing demands. The truth is, without a reliable system in place, things just won't get done, or they definitely won't get done the way they're supposed to. This is why using a digital calendar as your reliable system can be so useful. You want to use it not just to keep track of meetings, but you want to add all of your to-do list items, plus block some time so you can get deeper work done. Let's talk about your to-do list. When you integrate your to-do list into your calendar, you allow yourself to have greater focus, and it prevents you from spending your day putting out random fires, being interrupted by unscheduled conversations, and certainly from working on things that are not a priority. Instead, it will allow you to organize so that you can put together complex projects. You can prioritize tasks that have tight deadlines, and you certainly can streamline your day. Let's take a look at what it actually is like to integrate your to-do list. So, taking a look here at what your week could look like, I just chose a random week for the year. So this is the last week of the year. And if you'll take a look here at my Monday, December the 30th, you're seeing everything that I need to get done on Monday along with the rest of the week. So on Monday, I need to respond to email. I'm actually submitting that on the particular day and at the particular time that I need to be working on it. I've got a project check-in meeting, and what you'll see here is lunch. And when you are struggling to manage your time well so that you can get things done, I highly recommend scheduling your lunch for the entire week. If you're not someone that likes to go at the same time, then I still suggest adding it in a slot on the day for when you expect to go on that day. You see other things though with my meetings, department meeting, manager meeting, senior manager meeting. You'll see that on Thursday, I need to finish a sales presentation. I've got a client to call on Thursday. I need to pick up keys to the conference room that maybe I'm presenting in next week. I've got coffee with Nicole. I'm completing phase 2 of a project. Again, you're submitting every to-do list item into this calendar so that you have more control of your time and you have a better way of actually getting things done. Now, let's talk about time blocking. It's great that you've added your to-do list to your calendar, but you also need to block time so you can get really important things done. And it's important to be really detailed within your time block so you know exactly what you're working on. Let's take a look at an example. This is how time blocking could look for you. So let's say you decide on that Monday, the 30th, that you want to get something done. So you can enter it like this as a time block, or call it whatever you want, blocker, block of time, block. And then I might like to do something like this on my calendar so that it stands out to me. And then when I say get specific, this is where you'll want to put exactly what you're working on. So here I would say that I'm going to call Sam to discuss final thoughts on project X. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to finish my presentation slides. And the last thing I'm going to do in this block of time is I'm actually going to practice my presentation. And then I know I need longer than 30 minutes, so I'm going to do this for an hour and a half. And then I save. And there is my time block. Additionally, time blocks are not just for big projects coming due. You definitely want to use some of this time to strategize and analyze. I feel like as a manager, constantly you would be looking at KPIs or some sort of metrics. And in doing that, often when you're meeting, as an example, your team is beating the expectation, you don't take the time to really dig deeper. But if you built in this sort of time in your time block, maybe you would see that there are a couple of inefficiencies. And if you fix those, your team would produce even better results. Or maybe you would see in the last couple of weeks that the process has slowed down somewhere, and you would uncover that, oh, too many people were scheduled off at the same time. You can also have already identified a problem, but just not have had the time to fix it. Like maybe customer acquisition costs have tripled. And if you build in time to strategize, you'll be able to come up with a plan, implement it, and fix the problem. So analyzing and strategizing in your time block can be super beneficial to you as a leader. Now, if you're asking, what's the reason for scheduling it in the calendar as a time block? Like, how is that different from just one of the to-do list items? What time block will trigger in your mind is that this is time that cannot be rescheduled. You have no flexibility at that time. These are important items that must get done in the time that you've already pre-scheduled them. So here's what I want you to do right now. Open your calendar, take your top 3 tasks for tomorrow, and enter them all into your day. Also, add a block of time so that you can get something super important done. Be really strict about it. The things that you put in the time slot, be sure that you're working on them during that time. And don't forget to be specific. You definitely want to know exactly what you're working on. So don't just put task 1, task 2. Say exactly what it is you will be doing. Using your calendar in this way will help you to really be more productive and to get things done. And really, that's what this is all about. Let me know how this works out for you. I'm happy to hear any questions that you have. Drop me a comment. And until next time, stay practical and lead better.